Hello and welcome to another episode of Groupcall TV. Today we are looking again at Messenger, and we are looking at a new feature that we introduced over the latter half of 2017, which is quite nicely and imaginatively called custom merge fields. So what this is about is when you send a message out in Messenger at the moment, you will likely use what we call merge fields or tokens in the messages where you want to put the child's name or the parent's name or the school name or etc, so that you don't have to manually type those out every single time. So you're sending a message to the parents of Johnny Briggs, you want to put parents of Johnny Briggs, or maybe even their names themselves. This is what we call merge fields or tokens. That information is for the most part taken from your MIS automatically by our exporter program, and has always done that. That is always going to be naturally quite limited because we can't always take everything out of an MIS. We can't always satisfy every single customer's individual needs for that information as well. And coupled with that, you might not always have that information in your MIS. It might come from a number of different sources. So what we did, we put a new piece of the platform together to allow you to upload your own information, unique information against every or some student records within Messenger, so that you can then go and use those in messages to send home. We'll explore this now, and we'll go and have a look and see what this is. Pre-recorded video again as usual. So we're going to go into Tools, into Contacts, and into Merge Fields. My video catches up. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pause on this part for the moment. The information on here is just worth a read. Take that to 2-3 minutes. It takes you through step by step on how to do all of this. You've got all the instructions that you need. We're going to go through this now, but in the gist of it is that you download a pre-formatted template from Messenger that has a list of student names and their IDs, Messenger IDs within that. We don't mess around with those. We'll come back to that in a moment. And then you add some additional columns to this spreadsheet with the information you want. So you've got a grid of columns, student names, and the cells that match up are the information you've uploaded against each student. We upload that, and then they become available. The key health warning with this feature is that to keep it simple, every time you upload it wipes whatever was done previously. So these new fields, every time you upload it, firstly it wipes everything out. We've done this to keep it very simple so that you don't have to worry about trying to update the information, or people are not trying to update information that's already there. You're not you're not having to worry about deleting the information or anything like that. Just every time you just upload it, it wipes what was there previously. Comes with that is that health warning that if somebody else is using it, or maybe your whole team is using this for lots of different reasons or across the school, then you just need to kind of check what's going on. So what we can see on the screen here is that we've got my colleague Victor was the last person that uploaded to this, probably as part of a training session. So we'd go and ask Victor, has he finished using those particular fields, because I'm going to use them and I'm going to go away. There are some tips and tricks to using this as well, which I'll come to right at the end of the show, just to talk about what else you can do with this along this line, but we'll keep it simple for the moment. So the first thing I'm going to go and do is I'm going to download the attachment, the Excel spreadsheet, so that we can see the template on there and see all the students' names. So I can see on here I've got the students' IDs and the students' names. There's a whole list. This is my entire school, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 5 custom fields to this. So the first thing I need to do with this is I need to give the custom field a header. Whatever you put in here is what the token will be called within Messenger when you come back to this later on. So use a worthwhile name here. Don't just use custom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course you can do, whatever you put here will be fine. Apparently I couldn't spell when I pre-recorded this one. I struggle a little bit with this. There we go. Come on, behaviour score. Score? No. Try again, Graham. Behaviour score. If anyone wants to give me an English lesson at some point on spellings, that's perfect. Okay, there we go. Got there in the end. And so now what I can do is I can start to fill out the cells on here with the information that I want. I'm gonna just quickly skip through this piece because it's self-explanatory. Come on, there we go. We've got some more information on there, etc., etc. There we go, right. So what I've done with that spreadsheet is I've saved it and I have put it somewhere that I can get at it very easy, just like you would do any other spreadsheet. And now we're going to come back to upload this spreadsheet. Put it in, and what it's done actually, if you believe this was deliberate to show you what this did, then great, thank you. What we've done here is we've not formatted those names properly. So the tokens, the merge fields have to all be one word. So we just go back into our Excel spreadsheet and we can just make them one. We'll take the spaces out. Messenger will be much happier after that point. So go through this point here. There we go. Right, saved it, and I'm going to go and upload it again. So we can upload that file. Fantastic. It's done successfully. That's the piece done. So the information is now sitting within Messenger waiting to be used. So I'm now going to go to Advanced Messaging. I'm going to go send a message to Mr. Orange and Mr. Danny, we'll see with the other guy's name. So I'm going to go through that process on here. Let's skip a little bit of this now. There we go. So now I'm going to go and create my message. So these are our merge tokens. I've right-clicked in this SMS box to find my tokens. At the bottom I've got uploaded tokens. Now you can see that I've got my tokens, my merge field names within there, and that's what I'm going to go and use. So I'm going to go and create a message. I'm going to use some other merge tokens within this message as well, something that might be quite obvious, quite similar to something that you might be sending out as a message to your parents on here, using the inbuilt ones and also my custom ones as well. So let's skip past that a little bit because we can write messages within Messenger. There we go, well done. And just to see that in action, I can see my we can preview this message on here so I can see it in action. So there we go. Aaron Orange has an achievement score of 91, which was what I put in into the spreadsheet. So like a magic trick, ta-da! There we go. And that's it. That's custom merge fields. So some of the tips and tricks with this, we've seen some fantastic uses of this with schools already. Many schools have taken it upon themselves to write little macros within Microsoft to harness and to put lots of information together into only a few fields from lots of different sources. That's great, and we're going to share some of this on the Groupcall blog over the next few weeks. Another trick as well with this, which we actually don't tell most customers, is you can actually use as many fields as you want with this. So I only showed you 5, and we only advertise that you can use 5 fields, 5 columns for this. We did that deliberately because we didn't want Messenger to end up being a database of lots and lots of information for people to become very concerned with all the information that's in there and trying to keep it all up to date. And to be honest, we don't know. We don't know what will happen if every school starts using 400 merge fields in here. That's also why we encourage people not to. However, if you want to use 5 or 6 or 9 or 10 of them, because you have a great use for that, particularly if you want to continue using some of these fields over a long period of time, what you could do, like some schools that we've got, they keep that one spreadsheet and they continually update it. And if people want to add more fields to it for whatever reason, they add a new column, and they keep adding the column, but they leave the existing columns and the existing information in there as it is. So actually you might have 3 columns that are allocated to the head teachers, 3 columns that are allocated to the school secretary, and they use that for their own purposes. And as long as they keep uploading with the 6 columns and the 6 amounts of data in there, perfectly fine, that information will all remain in there for as long as you keep using that format. So feel free to use a few more columns if you need to, if you have a great use for it. Use it sensibly, because we honestly don't know what will happen if every school tries to use a million fields on here. It will probably break and we'll be very, very sad. And that's it. Really, it's a really great tool, really, really useful. Schools are making such good use of it. We're seeing really, really good feedback from that as well. So on that note, please, thank you for watching. Please keep emailing in your suggestions, your feedback for the show. Any questions that you have, any questions you'd like me to answer on air, to gctv@groupcall.com, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you very much. Ba 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 ba.